discussing back and forth with not one, not two. I'm talking about a handful of people who were mad at me for the end of yesterday's show. I was literally said, now check this out. This is a real kick in the tail for me. Guys like me are the reason LeBron left the first time, because how dare I criticize LeBron at the end of yesterday. If you guys remember, those of you listening yesterday, I said the same thing I'll say right now as far as, listen, I'm not. Bill Livingston put it best in The Plain Dealer. He quoted The Godfather when he said, "I will not break up this piece that these men have put together." And I've told you guys this on the air. I'm not going to sit here and continually rain on everybody's parade. I get it that a lot of you are very happy about LeBron coming back and the potential for what that may bring. I'm not going to be that guy. That's fine. But at the same time, how dare you say guys like me are why? And I'm not attacking everybody. This is a small handful of people, but that's the way I felt. I'm like, are you serious? Because I'm going along for the ride because everybody's all happy and throwing parties about this thing or whatever. But last time I checked, I haven't been throwing it up every single day. I mean, I don't know why anybody's ignoring so many of the questions. See, I'm not going to rip open the scabs and go there. But all I did, this is my point, all I did at the end of yesterday's show was question the stupidity of making this trade. The stupidity of trading away a bunch of your blocks here and a bunch of your assets and pieces for a bunch of old-time, veteran, minimum contract guys. I just believe, as much as I think it's easy to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, this fallacy that Kevin Love, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving and a bunch of minimum contract guys is enough to win you a championship guaranteed. But that's all I said. Lord forbid that I had a separate opinion and I did not say, hey, hold my reservation for the championship trophy. But apparently people have already taken their selfies with the trophy. I didn't know that this was a done deal as soon as Kevin Love comes. But I don't even care about that. I'm taking the basketball out of it for a second. Me, the dude who is all Cleveland. I mean, we do this. You guys know. I don't have to go through the whole you know who I am deal. I'm the reason. Guys like me are why LeBron left. LeBron James left Cleveland because he wanted to go play basketball with his friends in a place that had better weather, no state income tax, and two of his boys, and they all went together, and it had nothing to do with guys like me. Let me tell you something. The media, and I don't even like to stick up for the media in this town, but the media didn't run LeBron James out of nowhere. LeBron James tucked a tail, hid, and ran when he left this town, man. I'm just telling you now. And that's fine. That's all water under the bridge, and everybody has decided to put their jerseys back on, and that's great. Go Cavs. I love it. Come on, Cavs. Got to make it happen. I'll grow the afro out and play the song like everybody else, but I'm not sitting here the conductor of the train. But it'd be one thing if I had done this big old bashing the city of Cleveland segment and the Cavs. All I said was that this is a mistake. This is a short-sighted move. And how dare I question why LeBron has a 1-year out clause in his contract. I can buy the 2-year excuse. I'm with that because the salary cap goes up, and I've heard that from way other sources, not just involving the Cavs, involving a lot of players' contracts as far as who's going to do what beyond 2 years from now because of the big jump. So that's real. Tell me why there's a 1-year out clause in there. And I don't even care to have this discussion right now, but how dare I bring that up? How dare I look at a guy who made decisions that were in his best interest, that gave no consideration to the franchise that he left behind? How dare I look at him with the skeptical eye? How dare I ask the franchise why they would mortgage the future for not even a guaranteed present? That's the best part. So, hey, I hope it all works out, and I hope I'm joining you guys at the championship parade for Kyrie, Kevin Love, and LeBron James and company. I hope that is true. I'm with you guys if it is. I'm with you guys if it isn't. See, that's the difference. I'm not going anywhere either way. But you're not going to shame me. And I got into some discussions before I said, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm going to address this tomorrow on the air, and then I'm going to be done with it. Listen, if you cannot question, if we've reached an era here now where now that LeBron James is back, we cannot question anything, then this is not only before, this is worse than before all over again. So I'm just I don't know what to say because I can't question anything. So hopefully everything works out. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, right? Like we're on this train now. Everything that he does turns to gold. I'm not gonna roll that way. And I was a little hostile for about 5 minutes last night. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Did you even listen to the segment or no? But anyways, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it again. Cavaliers, clearly, I think, a playoff team. I mean, as they stand presently constituted, I got to tell you that I think as they stand presently constituted, they're a better team for the next few seasons than if they make this trade that everybody wants them to make. But hey, it's all good. And 2 years from now, if Eastern Conference Finals and an NBA Finals run is done and perhaps no championship, but hey, had a couple of playoff runs, and then Kevin Love ends up playing somewhere else, and then LeBron James ends up playing somewhere else because Lord knows he's changed his mind a time or two in the past, then I just wonder if it will have all been worth it. But right now, I'm setting myself up to get blasted by people that say, people like you are the reason that we don't win nothing in Cleveland. And I say, ha! All right. People like me are the reason that these things happen. That's cool. I'll take the blame for it. But again, if you'd have just listened to the segment, I'm pretty sure that, I mean, there's even people that disagree with me a lot that agreed with what I said about the Cavaliers yesterday, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that question this move, and I don't know. I get that the number 3 has become a magical, mythical kind of number here in the NBA. You put 3 stars together, and it's believed to be the way to a championship, but I don't know where that false thinking came from. I don't know, but I'm just telling you, man, it's not true, especially not these 3 together. If you think that that's a big 3, it's an okay 3. Listen, I like Kyrie. I like his potential, and I like what he can do. I've told you guys that before. I'm not 100% for him. I'm not 100% against him. I'm not sold on Kevin Love at all. I am one of those guys saying I think he's got a lot of potential of being a stat monster on a team that ain't got nobody else to make it happen, Captain. And if that's the case, whoo, man. But at the end of the day, yeah, I laughed the most. I said this yesterday, and I'm going to bring this back to something funny. I laughed the most at the 20-something generation telling me they just want one championship before their lifetime. J-Rock, get out of the way. I just want one ring before I die. And I'm like, man, if you're worried about dying before 30, you got more things to worry about than if LeBron's going to bring you a championship. I'm just saying. But anyway, so I want to talk about that. I have Cavs here, Miller, and James Jones, Ray Allen still out there in the ether. Who knows? Another guy coming. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I don't know where this guaranteed championship came from, putting 3 guys together with a whole bunch of old dudes and hoping that they hold it together. But I'm with it. I like Mike Miller, by the way. I do like Mike Miller, and James Jones is a piece. So whatever. But we'll talk more about it. Hey, the other thing I wanted to bring up before we go to the break and we switch topics here, Spurs hired the first full-time female assistant coach in NBA history, which I thought is really kind of a step, man. I mean, that's the next bridge to eventually there being just a female basketball coach, you know. And you know, we've seen the success in college, you know, Pat Summitt in the women coaches coaching women. This is a step in a different direction. Instantly, I thought people had the story wrong. I don't know if you guys remembered, but I remembered right off the bat when the Cavs had done something similar over a decade ago. John Lucas had an assistant coach, Lisa Boyer, but she was, even though she was in theory an assistant, she was unpaid, and so it was an internship, and she also didn't travel with the team. She worked home games, and she worked with the players and coaches at practice and that. But like right away, I did, and then somebody must have corrected ESPN because they edited the way that they wrote the story, because initially they had it written up as the first female assistant on an NBA coaching staff. So somebody must have brought it to their attention that we had done this here in Cleveland before. So now they corrected it to the first full-time, fully paid female assistant on an NBA staff. But I caught that right away. I'm sure a lot of longtime Cleveland fans did too, even if they didn't remember the name, which I didn't either. I couldn't remember her name was Lisa Boyer. I just knew that the Cavs had done that. So, all right, guys. Anyways, but hey, that's a groundbreaker, man. I mean, and who knows? Becky Hammond may be. Who knows, man? She could be Pop's next arm of the coaching tree, and really take things to another level. But congratulations to her. Good move by the Spurs on the cutting edge there. I like that. I just wanted to mention the tie into Cleveland. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Phone lines are still open, 216-539-7535. When we come back, you know what? I'm going to switch things up. We're already up against the halfway of the first hour. When we come back, let's talk some Indians baseball. Fresh off of last night's loss, that craziness with 2 balls on the field and all of that. Let's talk Tribe, Josh Tomlin. We'll talk about the latest on Michael Bourne. Let's hit it all with my man, Mike Brandenberry from DidTheTribeWinLastNight.com. Mike, coming up next here on the Sports Fix, we'll talk some Indians baseball as they head out on the road, staying right there in the wild card race. Let's see where Mike punches in on the Indians. Mike Brandenberry from DidTheTribeWinLastNight.com coming up next here on the Sports Fix.
Take no jump and down dog, and it's got a monster dump. Tell me, were you in the jump? The night will score 100 points. But when the Celtics won titles back to back and didn't give nobody no kind of slack. But when Dr. J shook the whole damn team.
The Sports Fix, the show that asks the question,
what you talking about, Will? What you talking about, Will? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will?
We'll be right back.
Guys, want to take just a second as we head into this break and remind you about the official business printing source of the Sports Fix, our friends at Signs and Ship. Signs and Ship, I'm telling you, Chris and Pam, they've taken care of me since day one, and they can do the same for you. Whether you're a small business that's already been established and you're looking to grow to that next level and expand your business, or perhaps you've got an idea that you just know is going to be a great business and you need to figure out how to brand it and how to promote it and put it out there, Signs and Ship is the place for you. If you need a logo, they can create one for you. They have a fantastic graphic designer. Business cards, signs, banners, yard signs, mobile advertising, anything you can think of that you need to promote your business, they've got it at Signs and Ship. The best thing about them, too, is each of their locations, whether it's the home base here in Elyria, Ohio that I work with, or their spots in Virginia, Florida, and Pennsylvania, it's all local sourced. Very important to me because we all understand that small business is the lifeblood of the community. So check them out, signsandship.com, or call Chris and Pam today, 440-323-6060, the home office in Elyria, Ohio. Signs and Ship, quality printing at affordable prices.
It's an addiction. The Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
In baseball, miracles can happen when a team works together.
2 out, bottom of the ninth, down to their last strike.
The same is true in the fight against cancer. That's why MLB has teamed up with Stand Up to Cancer. Because we believe that when we all stand up together,
41,000 on their feet.
we can make cancer history.
Now everybody's standing.
What a buzz in this building.
This is beyond a dream. Stand up with MLB at standuptocancer.org.
The Sports Fix is on iHeartRadio. Download the free iHeart app today. Subscribe to the show and get your fix.
Indians fans, GV Art and Design has unleashed their new baseball collection. This summer, you've got to have one of the hottest baseball shirts available. Indians themes, GV Art has them covered from top to bottom. Chief Wahoo, keep the Chief, one of the hottest sellers going today. GV Artwork, knocking it out of the park, teaming up with Michael Brantley to create a custom Dr. Smooth t-shirt, bringing back an old classic. GV Artwork, bringing out the wild thing. Give them the heater design. The Cleveland That I Glove collection continues to grow. New designs for women and so much more. GVArtwork.com, bringing it full force to the plate for baseball season this year. Whether you check them out online, GVArtwork.com, use the sales code FIX10, FIX10 to save 10% on your total purchase. Whether you go to their store in Lakewood, check them out at the Cleveland Indians team shops around Progressive Field and so much more. GV Art and Design. It's not just a shirt, it's a statement.
You're listening to The Sports Fix.
welcome back to the Sports Fix Live here on the Sports Fix Radio Network. J-Rock back with you as the show rolls on here. Getting ready to be joined in just a few moments by my man